What is up, everybody? The Apex up in the building. You will remember from last week that I actually explained everything, the foundation of everything, and my approach towards making $10,000 in a month, guys. Making $10,000 per month, not in a month. So this is going to be a continuous journey whereby I aim to make $10,000 a month. So it's not about making $10,000 in a month, then basically taping or being done with it. I want to make $10,000 every month. So if you look at the timeline, I've made a bit of an update from the previous video, but then yeah, this is how it's looking now. Okay, I want to adjust this to sit properly in order. Okay, it's giving me an issue, I don't know why. Yeah, something like this. So as you can see, you will know my objectives from the previous video. I'm not gonna get into that, but then today is the 9th of June and I'm actually on this particular objective of passing phase 1. So you will see that the status of this is still in progress. This is the first day of it, passing phase 1, and this is because I have bought a $5,000. So I was planning to buy a $10,000 account, but then because of financial constraint, I only managed to buy a $5,000 account with Equity Edge, and I managed to do that without a 5-day payout add-on. So the prop firm that I've chosen is Equity Edge because they are the cheapest. So yeah, this is how everything is going to play out, guys. So let's just see how this one plays out. So getting into the trading part, you will see that I have this notebook opened right here, which is labeled as trade in progress. So this is where I basically just manage and journal my trading progress on a daily basis. As I said, today is the 9th of June, and as you can see, I am red 1.6%. So I have lost 1.6% today. These are the pairs that I have traded today. You will, if you watched my previous video, you will see that this is a deviation because I said I was only going to trade a single setup per day, but then yeah, as you can see, these are 4 setups all in all. So the currency pairs that I have closed on, NZD/USD and GBP/USD, I have closed those, and NZD/USD I closed in a win, GBP/USD I closed in a loss. And to one thing that should already tell you that this is not systematic is because a win and a loss are netting around 1.6% in losses. So one win and one loss should net a profit. A win cannot be less than a loss, but this is the case. And coming to the exposure, these are the current pairs that I'm exposed on. I'm exposed on CPY, also on GBP/USD. So my psychology for today, you will see that I mentioned FOMO. Price mitigated my entries, but I entered with market orders based on the fear of missing out. So my strategy utilizes pending orders instead of market orders. So I wait for the market to come to where I want to trade. But today I was entering with market orders because I had a fear of missing out. So that is one thing I noticed about my psychology today. The other one was greed. I executed on 3 setups, which is against my planned execution maximum of only 1 setup per trading day. So I was greedy in that I went against my set maximum. As I said, I was supposed to execute on only 1 setup and accept the result that it comes with, but then I overextended myself and I executed on 3 setup. Coming down to tips, I'm trading with a tested approach, so I should let the market play out as it intends. So this is myself just providing tips for myself. I'm trading with a tested approach. I know the results, and I know that if I apply this consistently by following the rules, I should be in profit. So I should let the market play out as it intends and basically just apply my rules. Don't do anything else. Do not let my emotions influence me to make subjective decisions. I should make objective decisions based on my rules. So, which led me to say control only my decisions and let the market handle price. So I can only control my decision making. The market will always take care of price. You know, there's only two directions in which the market can go. It can either go up or down. So I will let the market do it, and I will only focus on my decisions, because it doesn't matter if it takes 3 days or 5 days to get to where it's going. The market will handle price, and price will go where it's supposed to go. So the second tip was to wait for my preferred setup, execute on it, and let it play out. So don't take setups out of this greed or FOMO, guys. Don't let them influence me. Wait for my preferred setup, execute on it, and let it play out. Don't chase trades. Trade for profit, not for happiness. So this is a very important tip for me. I should not trade for happiness. The market is not supposed to be a happy place. I'm here to make money. It doesn't matter how I feel. It doesn't matter if I'm happy or I'm sad, or basically it doesn't matter how I feel on the day because of the trading activities. What I'm chasing right now is happiness in the market. I want to see the market. I want to see open trades running and floating in profits, because that makes me happy. But then that is not why I'm trading. I'm trading to make money. And if basically trading for happiness makes me lose money, then I should not do it. I should not trade for happiness. Rather, I should trade for profit, even if it means that I have to basically enjoy feelings that are not pleasurable in the moment. At the end of the day, if profit is what comes out of basically enduring those feelings, then I should be basically strong enough to enjoy those feelings. I'm a man after all. So compliments. I kept the daily drawdown rule in mind even when I made subjective decisions. This is not a pass to carry myself in the markets. This is not a pass to carry myself in this way in the markets. So I meant to say in this way in the markets. So even though I kept the daily drawdown rule in mind when I made these subjective decisions, this does not mean that I can do this on a daily basis. I'm not supposed to do this. I'm not trading for happiness. I'm trading for results. Again, I repeat this, even as I compliment myself. So going down, you will see the trades that I executed on. There was GBP USD. You will see NZD USD. Unfortunately, I do not have the snaps of it, but I do have the setup still on my chart. So this is GBP USD. This was the first setup. I took a buy-in trade. I will get into the charts a bit later. Then there was Swiss JPY. This one I'm still exposed on it. Currently is still running. Then there's GBP USD. Again, this one I'm still exposed on it. It's still running. Then there's the result for GBP USD. This particular setup, this first setup at the top. So you can see that this first setup was a loss. So the NZD USD setup, which made me money, I do not have it on picture, but I'm getting into the charts now and I will show it to you. So overall, I'm down 1.6% of my account today. This is, as you can see, this red particular diamond right here. It means that I am down this particular percentage, which is 1.6% for today. So getting into the charts, I want you guys to see what I'm talking about when I say I'm still exposed. So as you can see, Swiss JPY and GBP USD are the currency pairs that I'm currently still exposed on. But I want to show you guys NZD USD, because this is the setup that I did not manage to take snaps of and put in my journal. So on NZD USD, this is the setup I had. It was particularly on the hourly time frame, and this is the setup I had. I closed this setup in minimal profits. I will show you guys on the trading platform. I closed this setup in minimal profits because I wanted to execute on it on the lower time frame, being the 5-minute time frame, so that it can close quicker. If you look at, keep my timeline in mind, you will see that I have set myself like 3 days to pass phase 1 of this challenge. So if you look here, you will see that phase 1 is supposed to be passed on the 9th, 10th, and 11th. So on Wednesday, the 11th of June, I'm supposed to actually pass phase 1 of this challenge, and it's actually doable because with 3 good trades, I can actually do this. So this is the reason why I closed on NZUSD on the hourly time frame, but the setup, as you can see, is still playing out, and I would be in the money had I not closed it and had I not executed on other trades. Keep in mind that I also wouldn't have taken the subsequent loss on GBP USD. So moving on to GBP USD, this is the trade that I'm currently exposed on. This one is on the 5-minute time frame. So I corrected what I was aiming to correct on the NZUSD on GBP USD. So this one, I made sure that I take it on the 5-minute time frame, even though the setup aligns with the hourly time frame setup. So you can see that on the hourly time frame, I have a particular break of structure right here, and the market, I'm signaling that the market intends to push higher with this particular Fibonacci retracement zone, and it has already tested this fair value gap right here, mitigating also my precision trading zone and my precision trading level. This is the negative 0.62 and the negative 0.5 retracement levels. So the market has mitigated those, and from here it intends to push higher. So I went down to the lower time frame to look for a buying setup, and that is exactly what I got. So you can see on the 5-minute time frame, I had a beautiful change of character. If you look at this particular price point, this is a change of character, signaling that the market intends to push higher. So the market intends to push higher. It gave me a change of character, a beautiful retracement, putting me in exactly where I want to enter. And as I mentioned, I entered with a market order instead of a pending order. So what I was supposed to do is just erect this Fibonacci retracement tool and put my pending order right here. The market would have came down and put me in, but what they did is around here, when price was still approaching, I executed with a market order, but it was not more than a pip away from where I was supposed to enter. So the market pushed further down, basically below the retracement zone that I entered, but the zone held as price tested this particular fair value gaps down there and crossed back above the precision zone. So what I can see is that the market intends to push higher, but today is a bit late. I don't think it's gonna keep pushing today. We are about to enter in the Asian zone, in the Asian session, so the market might just play around, consolidate, and continue with this upward push tomorrow morning during the London session. So this setup is targeting around 60 pips. Currently I'm floating around 15 pips, so 45 more pips to go. GBP USD, I'm still exposed but in profit. Then there's Swiss JPY. The same is also true on Swiss JPY. I had this particular range on the hourly time frame, and I erected this Fibonacci tool on the hourly time frame. You can see that I have a break of structure. I erected this Fibonacci tool, indicating that the market might retrace to this particular zone, the precision zone. But seeing that the market, before actually entering a retracement phase, it must change character on the lower time frame and signal that it wants to retrace in the opposite direction. This pair did not do that. The level at which this pair is supposed to change character is right here, where my stop loss should be, but I've placed my stop loss there with a target of a higher risk to reward. So my stop loss, according to the rules, is supposed to be here, and my entry is supposed to be at the 0.62 level. So you will see that also on this pair I executed a bit higher than where I wanted to enter. So according to the rules, I should have entered at this price point right here, and you will see that at this price point is exactly where the market turned, but I did not have the patience to wait enough. FOMO, as I said, got to me. When price was rejecting right here, I felt like it might leave without me, and I executed only to see price come back and mitigate my entry and push into the correct direction. So this is what I'm saying when I'm saying to myself that I should wait for my preferred setup. As you can see, the market takes care of price. I should take care of my decision making and just execute on my system. This is a tried and tested system, guys. Don't be surprised when you see a high level of accuracy. The only part that's missing in me is the psychology, the discipline, and the winning mentality. So in terms of the strategy, absolutely I have a winning strategy. So as you can see, still floating. So the market pushed higher from my entry price. It pushed higher, and then currently is retracing a bit. You should know that nothing goes in a straight line, so I'm not expecting it to shoot up there and hit my TP. So it's going to hit my TP, maybe with a few pushes and corrections. So this is the current stance. I'm exposed on Swiss JPY and GBP USD. So Swiss JPY is targeting how many pips? Is targeting 85 pips, and currently I'm floating at around 16 pips, so around 70 more pips to go. So yeah, in terms of risk to reward, this one is targeting a 2.37. This is my minimum risk to reward. 2.34% is supposed to be, and then GBP USD in terms of risk to reward is targeting 3%, 1:3. So with a risk of 2% on my account, a risk to reward of 3 brings around 6%, because a loss will take around 2%. And then with this one, a risk to reward of 2.37%, a lose will take 2%, and a winning trade will bring around 4.6%. So let me go to the trading platform just to show you guys the floating trades, to ensure that everything aligns and the proof is there. So this is a Monday. I'm gonna start by showing you the history. As I said that I closed this particular trade on NZD/USD, seeking a trade on a lower time frame. So I closed this trade in minimal profit, as you can see, $24. This is the reason why my today's loss is bigger than today's win, which is exactly the opposite. So the only bad thing about today is that I executed on more than one trade. But then in terms of being systematic, without the FOMO, all my setups are actually according to my rules and actually how exactly I would execute if I was to wait on they are in the direction that I would execute on if I had waited. So the only part was waiting for the market to come and put me in where I wanted to enter. So this is the GBP USD loss, which I showed you guys on the trading journal. As you can see, it took around 2% of my $5,000 account. So 2% of this $5,000 account is around $100. So these are my current positions. As you can see, the ones that I'm exposed on Swiss JPY. As I said, it will bring around 4.6%, but as you can see here, it's saying 4.8%, which in terms of dollar value is like $236. And then there's GBP USD, which should bring around 6.15%, which is around, in dollar value, $302. So this is a lot of money, guys. Making $300 on a single trade is a lot of money, and doing the math, you will see that $300 plus $236 makes around $536. So $536 for me, what that means is a pass of phase 1. So what that means is that I don't need to take any other trade in this particular phase of the challenge. What I need to do is simply wait and let the market play out. So as you can see, goals overview. Let me refresh this page because it's not up to date. Okay, let me sign in. I will show you the metrics. This is not my first account with Equity Edge. I failed my first account with them and failed the second account. This was because of psychology, but the trading system absolutely still the same. So this is the account that I'm currently working on. Max loss, as you can see, $500. That is the maximum I'm allowed to lose. And then the profit target is around $400. So $300 plus $236 will bring around $500, which will be a recovery of that $100 loss I took on GBP/USD, and basically a delivery of $400 profits, which will be enough to fill this profit target of $400, and for me to pass phase 1 of this challenge. There are no minimum trading days, so I can do this as soon as my trades hit TP. So yeah, what I'm gonna do now is just wait for them to hit TP, and then I will analyze and take the best setup I can take on phase 2 of the challenge. So is the apex up in the building? This is how it's going on, guys. This is how it's going down. It's going down. We're doing this. We're doing this. So right now I'm targeting around $2,000, but that is a story for another day. The target, that will be something that I'm trying to do when I get to a phase whereby I'm pursuing a payout. Currently I'm not pursuing a payout. I'm pursuing passing phase 1 of this challenge, and to do that I need $400. I can't be thinking about the $2,000 when what I'm supposed to do is bring in 400. So just bring in 400, move on to phase 2, bring in what they want on phase 2. Thereafter, I can go after my target of $2,000 and see if this prop firm will actually pay. This as easy as that. It doesn't matter how I feel. I execute on my setup and basically chase my goals, chase the targets. As easy as that. In terms of happiness, I will take the money and do things that make me happy with it. But yeah, it's the epic building. I'll see you guys tomorrow with another update.